Good. May's been a bit tough just with training, and I was at altitude camp at the beginning of May and coming off the Commonwealths and everything. It's been hard getting back into training, but I'm trying not to focus too much about the time and just think about the process and work on those small details in my race and just try and execute and put together a good race. It was incredible. That was my first time in Australia, so beautiful country, and I was lucky enough to spend about a week there after the games with my parents to kind of vacation a bit and take a little rest. But the Commonwealths themselves were awesome. I was really happy with my swims there, and it was nice to represent Canada as always. And then yeah, I kind of came back and wrote my exams for school, finished that off, and then went straight to altitude camp. So it's been busy, but it's been good. It's tough. It was definitely challenging having Commonwealths in there. I mean, I've never had to have that big of an international competition at that time of year, so the timing was challenging, but we knew that ahead of time and we're planning for that all along. So just tried the best I could to kind of get myself prepared physically and mentally for competing then, and then just really had fun with it. It's different. I try not to think about it too much just because, I mean, every meet I go to, I'm not going to go a best time. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not always going to be at the peak. So just kind of exactly what I said earlier, focusing on the process and working on those smaller details and not worrying too much about the time itself, and just kind of enjoying that whole journey. I know, it's weird, but yeah, being the oldest is a bit different, not having people older than me to look up to, and especially with Hillary Caldwell recently retiring after Commonwealth Games, she's been a role model for me for years, so it'll be different, and I'll miss her in the ready room and on the pool deck, but I think it's great to be able to hopefully be that role model for the younger kids on the team and welcome them and make them feel comfortable at meets like this and at bigger meets as well.
Has this been your first meet since Commonwealth Games?
Yes. So I swam at one last weekend, but it was like a really small kind of like age group meet, club meet in just outside of Toronto. Okay. So I swam the 50 free and the 100 fly, so no backstroke. But
so what does the rest of your summer look like leading up to Pan Pacs?
So I have another meet in about a couple weeks at the end of June, and that's just outside of Toronto as well, a smaller provincial meet, and then I think that's my last meet before our trials. I leave mid-July.